Welcome to Taiji's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make 4 side dish recipes using miso paste. So in the previous video, I made a video of making miso yourself. If you haven't checked that out, please do so. Making the miso yourself is not the easiest thing to do, but your homemade miso is so much better. But of course, these recipes you can make it with any regular miso that you find in your store. Today I'm making miso mayonnaise dip, miso pickled vegetables, in Japanese called Niku-Miso or meat miso, and lastly miso marinade meat. These are all very delicious and they're also very tasty, and most of them are not really something that you find in restaurants, so I really hope you give this a try yourself. Then, let's get started. Here are the ingredients for 4 side dishes using miso paste. Here's the miso paste that I made from the previous video, but all these 4 recipes you can make with pretty much any miso of your choice. Then for the meat, I have 2 cuts of pork shoulder for the miso marinade and also ground pork meat for the Niku-Miso, but both of these recipes you can make with chicken or beef. And then garlic and ginger for the spice. Then for the vegetables, scallion and eggplant for the Niku-Miso, and different vegetable for the miso dip and also for the pickle vegetable. And these are just examples. You can use pretty much any vegetable of your choice. And then for all the seasoning, I have sugar, I have your sake. If you don't have sake, then you can use white wine instead. Then I also have Kewpie mayonnaise for the miso dip. If you don't have Kewpie mayonnaise, you can use, of course, regular mayonnaise. Then a little frying oil for frying. Then let's get into it. As the first thing, let's cut up the vegetable for the pickles. So the cucumber, I'm just gonna cut the top and bottom off and then cut it in half. Then for the carrot, I'm gonna use half of this and the bottom off, and this also I'm gonna cut in half. And for the daikon radish, I'm gonna use the top part for the pickles because we'll be eating raw. The bottom part is a little bit tangier, a little bit bitter. If you're using daikon radish raw, then use the top part. Then I'm gonna peel this. Then I'm gonna cut this in 4 pieces. Then that's done for that. There's the next thing, I'm gonna cut the vegetable for the miso dip. So for the cucumber, I'm gonna take the top and bottom off and just cut into a quarter like this. I'm gonna cut in half. I'm gonna try to cut the celery about in the same size. And also the paprika. And I cut this into strips. Just like that. That's the next thing, I'm gonna cut the scallion and also the eggplant for the Niku-Miso. Then for scallion, top and bottom off. I'm gonna make a slit in the middle and cut into small pieces. So just like that. Then for the eggplant, I'm gonna cut into kind of small dices. So just like that. That's the next thing, I'm going to grate the garlic and ginger for the meat marinade and also for the Niku-Miso. And for the ginger, I'm going to need it for the 2 recipes. I'm going to use about that much. Peel off the dry part and also the skin. I'm going to use half for the marinade and the other half for the Niku-Miso. And then also the garlic. I'm going to grate this as well. So just like that. That is the next thing, I'm gonna make the miso marinade for the pickled vegetables. So first in a container, I'm gonna put in 4 tablespoons of miso paste. And to that, I'm gonna put in 2 to 3 teaspoons of sugar. And here I'm gonna put in 1 tablespoon of sake. If you don't have sake, then you can use white wine instead. Then I'm gonna mix this up. So then that's done for that. Then to pickle this, you can just put it in some kind of container, but it's better to put it in a Ziploc like this, so that with a little amount of miso paste, it can cover the surface of all vegetables. Then here, I'm gonna put in all the vegetables. I'm gonna wiggle inside so that all the surface is covered. And then I'm gonna try to squeeze out all the air. So I'm just gonna leave it to the side and let it marinate for at least 2 to 3 hours or so, or even overnight, and let it pickle, and then it'll be ready. Let's make the miso marinade sauce. Then some kind of container. I'm gonna put about 2 tablespoons of miso paste. Then here about 1 to 2 teaspoons of sugar, depending on how sweet you want it, and also depending on the flavor of the miso. But it actually tastes better if you have a lot of sugar. Then I'm gonna use 1.5. And here also 1 tablespoon of sake. If you don't have sake, you can use white wine instead. Then here the garlic and ginger we grated earlier. Then I'm gonna mix this up. Then just as in the same way as in the pickled vegetable, I'm gonna put the miso paste in this Ziploc. I'm gonna put it in here. I'm gonna try to coat the whole meat with the marinade. And also the second piece. And try to wiggle around so the meat is covered with the marinade. And then try to squeeze out all the air out. Then just like that, this is also finished. I'm gonna put it in the fridge and let it marinate for at least half a day or so, preferably 24 hours. Then have a really good flavor. So as the next thing, let's make that Niku-Miso. And so for that, just to speed up the process and also to make it easier, I'm gonna microwave the eggplants. And then heat it up for 4 to 5 minutes or so. So in a pot like this, I'm gonna turn it to medium. Then here I'm gonna put about 1 tablespoon of frying oil. Then here I'm gonna put in cut of scallion. After a little bit fried like this, I'm gonna put in the meat. I'm gonna also try to break it up and fry this. So after cooking like this for about 2 minutes or so, I'm gonna put in the ginger. Then after a little bit, I'm gonna put in the eggplant. And here I'm gonna put in about 2 to 3 tablespoons of sake. If you don't have sake, you can use just water. Then I'm gonna put the lid on. I'm gonna turn the heat to low and cook like this and kind of steam it for about 5 minutes or so. So this is looking really good. You can see how soft the eggplant's gotten. Then here, I'm gonna put in about 3 tablespoons of miso paste. Then also 1.5 tablespoons of sugar. So I'm gonna put the lid back on and cook like this in low heat for another 5 minutes. So after another 5 minutes or so, you can see that the eggplants are just kind of half melted. Then this is finished. Then I'm just gonna put it to the side and let it cool down, and once it's cooled, I'm gonna put it in the container and then serve in portions whenever I need a little side dish. So a couple of hours has passed, then this is cooled down, and we're gonna put this in Tupperware or something. And then you can store this like this in the fridge. Because it's quite salty, then you can store it for 5 days to a week or so. And today I'm just gonna serve it just like this. So overnight has passed, let's take out the vegetables. Oh yeah, they look really good. By the way, this marinade sauce, you can use it for a couple more times, putting more vegetable, and once it gets soupy, then you can use the rest for some cooking. Especially has a lot of good juice from the vegetables. You can use it for the miso stir fry of my previous video, or you can also use it for the udon soup. Don't waste this good miso. Let's cut them up. So just like that, this is finished. Then the last thing to prepare, let's make the miso mayonnaise dip. So for 1 tablespoon of miso, I'm gonna put in 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. Then to this, about 4 to 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. Then I'm gonna mix this up. Then this mayonnaise dip is finished. Then now is the last thing, let's prepare the meat and grill this. So this has been soaked in this marinade for overnight. And by the way, this marinade sauce, you could reuse this for 1 more time, as long as you use it right away and as long as you keep it in fridge. Then I'm gonna wipe off the miso as much as possible, otherwise they'll burn. Then that's done for that, let's grill this. So in a frying pan, you definitely want to use a non-stick frying pan. If you only have a regular frying pan, then you can use the technique that I used in some other videos, where you grill the meat over a parchment paper. So that the meat doesn't stick to the pan. Then here I'm gonna put in about 2 teaspoons of frying oil. Then I'm gonna turn the heat to medium. Then once it's got a little bit warm, I'm gonna put the meat right in here. It's very important that the frying pan is not that hot, otherwise this miso will burn. Then start to sizzle like this. I'm gonna turn the heat to low. This is kind of a technique called slow cooking. What you wanna do here is you wanna cook this very slowly. Then I'm gonna put the lid on. Then we're gonna cook like this on one side for about 2 to 3 minutes. So about 2 minutes has passed. As you can see, it's kind of halfway cooked one side and the other side looks really good. So I'm gonna flip the other side and cook on the other side also for about another 2 minutes. So another 2 minutes has passed. Oh yeah, this is looking really good. Poke a little bit, make sure there's no kind of gooiness of the raw meat. Now turn the heat off. I'm gonna take this out. I'm gonna cut this into bite-sized pieces so that it's easier to eat. Oh, by the way, the inside looks really good. So just like that, this is finished. So with that, all the miso side dishes are finished. Let's eat. Oh, they look so good and smell so good. Let's eat. Itadakimasu. Let's start with the meat. Itadakimasu. Oh, this is so delicious. Because the miso has soaken up a little bit of the water out of the meat, the flavor is definitely more dense. It's still very juicy. Oh, very delicious. This is definitely a perfect match to go with rice. The more I eat this, my mouth just craves for rice. I'm gonna try this Niku-Miso. Itadakimasu. This eggplant just really melts in your mouth. So this is definitely too salty to eat alone. This is meant to definitely go with rice. It's just really rich in flavor. Then let's try this miso pickle vegetables. Itadakimasu. Oh, these are also very delicious. This miso really brings out the flavor of the vegetables. The curry is especially really good. It's also a dish really perfect to go with rice. Then let's try this mayonnaise dip. Itadakimasu. This is surprisingly really delicious. Mayonnaise is a Western thing and miso is a very traditional Japanese thing, and yet they come really in harmony. Oh, they were also delicious, so satisfying. Oh, they were all so savory. So as you saw, making these miso side dishes is really not difficult at all, especially if you make your own miso. I hope you definitely try these. But like I said, these recipes you can make with regular miso that you buy in the store. They're easy and delicious, so I really hope you try these recipes. And I hope this video just gave you some ideas what to cook as a Japanese food. If you did enjoy this video, I'd love it if you hit the like button for me. And if you have any questions or requests or any feedbacks, please feel free to write anything in the comments below. And if you want to see more of these cooking videos, please subscribe. Otherwise, I look forward to see you in the next video. Bye.